Welcome back to another episode of the Youth Academy Career Mode, where we are in January in our first season in the Premier League. Well, we have our first game episode is actually against Arsenal, and talking about Arsenal, they are still struggling in the league. They find themselves sitting in 19th. However, if they win this game, they have an opportunity to actually get out of the relegation zone for the first time this season. We are only 2 points safe off of the relegation zone despite sitting in 15th. It's very tight towards the bottom. The only one that's really kind of cemented that's going down is looking like Bournemouth with only 1 win, 5 draws, and 14 losses. 51 goals against for only 19 scored. That's absolutely insane. They have been getting obliterated this season. We do sit 15th in the league. That is perfectly fine. We did also get knocked out of the Carabao Cup quarterfinals last episode to Man United on penalties, where Evans was taking a penalty in sudden death all of a sudden randomly. He was like 6th on the list, 7th on the list. We get knocked out, but they face Spurs, so it's honestly a blessing in disguise because that's now 2 less games for us, possibly even 3 less games for us as well. We love to see that. As far as board objectives, I have updated 2 of them since we have technically completed 2 of them, and they can be really extended. We did 2 out of 2, really, that already got extended. We did that, so that's fine for the top 6 clubs. We currently sit 15, so we're completing this objective as well right now. The new duo for Jacobs and Weber, they are both combined at 25, which would be completed, but we have updated that now to 40, so they have 15 more to go. I might extend that to 50, maybe. No, I think 40 is perfectly fine. We did reach the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup. We just didn't win the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup. Evans only has 1 clean sheet. In fact, our only keeper. He's the only keeper to have a clean sheet. I mean, he's the only one that's played most of the games. We have 1 keeper that's played 1. And then for Laird and Steele combined duo, they technically completed it. Well, Laird really completed it. He has 20. Well, they have 21 out of which would be 20, but now it's 35. I need Steele to step up massively. Now, last episode, I did say Davey was going to get the start over. I did say that, but now Davey is actually sent out on loan to Liverpool, so that's no longer really an option. So no more we will be focusing on that, and no more will that be coming to fruition. He is out on loan for the rest of this season. We have 86 million to spend after selling Hoffman for 222 million at the very beginning of the season. I'm still upset to sell that because he would be absolutely insane. He will be saving us. And in fact, with him, we might be top of the table. Weber only has 11 goals as his first game of the season. Hoffman would have 20 plus easily. I do need another midfielder. I might bring in another midfielder because our kind of youth academy is honestly pretty stacked, actually. I might actually either bring some players in or shorten it very quickly. Morgan, he's going to come in next season for sure. I'll loan him out next season. Rosales, more than likely come in either next season or the season after that, and he's going to be insane. He might even possibly take into the first team instantly. But for now, let's get into Arsenal. And actually, if I simulate one more day, we should have scouting reports, right? We do have scouting reports. The last one of this batch of scouts from these nations. Gormley, I'm open to selling. He's not on the starting 11. I have a little bit more squad depth. Not the best squad depth, but Gormley honestly isn't really getting game time anyway. So we'll let him go, and we'll get an extra 4 million in that. Now, Australia, they actually have given us a very decent player. That one of the players I just had to promote is very decent. But other than that, not really much. This guy, though, keeper. 58 to 78, 1.4 million. I'll bring him in because, I mean, it's just free money realistically at the end of the day if we sell him. Over to Paraguay, I'm not sure if they have given us much. I'm pretty sure they have, but not on the last month. They don't really give us much. And then United States might see, this is a problem with the United States. They have good overall, but the potential doesn't match it at all. But 1.2 million, I'll bring him in and see what he's about. Other than that, it doesn't really look that good from the United States. So I'll send them out. Actually, what is this United States guy? Where are you at? Kelly, 65 to be fair, but your potential just isn't great at all. It's just not great. Center mid. Wait, what? Center defensive mid. I'm gonna change him to center defensive mid. See what he is. See what happens with him. I might instantly sell him this transfer. I can't sell him this transfer window. Might bring him in. Can I sell him? Technically, I could. All right, 3 more months. Where do we want to go? Do we want to go to Japan? I haven't been to Asia at all. Do we go to Japan, China, or Korea? I don't want to go to India or Saudi Arabia, but they don't really give us much good players. I have more confidence in Japan. Now, the names are probably going to be tough to pronounce, and I do apologize for that. I will try my best. Let's go back to South America. Where do we go in South America? We went to Brazil, we went to Argentina, we went to Paraguay. I believe that's it. So maybe Chile, maybe Bolivia, maybe Peru. Maybe Uruguay, actually. Uruguay, we could get something decent. Let's go to Uruguay for 3 months, and then we will go to... Have we went to France? We have. We haven't went to Belgium. I know that much. We could go Serbia, Poland, Moldova, Czech Republic. Nowhere we haven't gone. Let's go here. Let's go to Iceland. No, let's not go to Iceland. Let's go to... I wish there was more nations. I wish there was like right here, like this bunch of like just African in between Cameroon and South Africa. Those African nations, and even the ones in between these right here. Let's just go to France. I think it might be my first time going to France with 5-star, 5-star. So might as well get it done. See what kind of a big nation could bring in. But Arsenal at the Emirates, they have a great team. I'm not sure why they are struggling so much, but Martinelli, Moise Kean, Saka, Barella, Odegaard, Lokonga, Sousa, Cavor, Kim Min-jae, Vanderson, Ramsdale. It's a fantastic team, and we are playing our absolutely ugly kit. I can't believe I chose this kit. I refuse to play in that kit because it's so flippin' ugly. Let's get into the game. Hernandez starting still. Maybe possibly pick up a clean sheet against with Evans. I doubt it. Let's see what happens though. Arsenal in the Premier League. We beat them the first time around at Wakefield. Can we beat them again to push them even further into the relegation zone? I mean, I don't want it to happen as an Arsenal fan, but I don't want to get relegated as a Wakefield team. Laird, Moyano, trying to pass it to Weber, can't do so. Moise Kean, Odegaard, Moise Kean, clean sheet gone. Arsenal in front. Moise Kean opens the scoring for them. And as it stands, they might be out of relegation zone. There's a real possibility. Saka, Moise Kean, Acuna's there. He'll clear it. Moyano now. Hernandez out wide for Neil. Neil now touch, but early cross in for Weber. Touch, volley, 2-1. What the fuck did I just say 2-1 for? 1-1 now for Wakefield. They level it up here against Arsenal. And according to me, that's a 2-goal game. Kane on for Lokonga. Saka trying to head into the box. No, but Barella outside. Second option, Kim Min-jae. Martinelli. Cavor. Arsenal win. Arsenal win at the last touch of the game, and it's Jacob Cavor who scores the winner in the penalty box. A 2-1 win for the Gunners might see them climb out of the relegation zone for the first time all season. I should never slide with Petit. I thought Petit again was every time I slide with the players, they don't actually pass it early, but then when I don't slide, they'll pass it early. And Cavor just won the game for Arsenal. Gormley has been sold to Salzburg for 4.5 mil. Really 4.5 mil. 4.45. FA Cup against Birmingham City. I have rotated the team. Pinto, Steele, Jacobs, Niels continue to start. Fisher continues to start. Blanco, Young, Cardoso, Parker, Manning, and then Esposito. We will go ahead and simulate through. We'll jump in if need be. But hopefully the boys can get it done. I'm really hoping they can get it done. We need them to get it done. Birmingham City take the lead. It's 1-0 for them. Jacobs early into the second half levels it up at 1 apiece. And we are going to an FA Cup replay here against Birmingham City. It was a 1-1 draw on the day. We'll see them again in a couple days' time for the replay. FA Cup replay at Wakefield. I'm going to go ahead and just quick sim, and we win on penalties. That's insane. Weber, Moyano, Blanco, Neal, and Young all scored ours. Who scored the only goal for us? Neal scored our only goal. We are going back into Genoa, back in for Liam McGovern, the player that we actually sold from our list. I think he's one of our OG players, at least definitely first 2 seasons. He's one of our OG players from the Youth Academy. We sold him for a decent bit of money. We are going to try and at least loan him back for the rest of this season, and maybe next season buy him back. I'm only really loaning him just so if we find a good Youth Academy player still, we could bring them in as well. And also Davey, when he comes back from loan, he should be good as well. So a loan deal for McGovern. He'll come in, he'll replace Neal in that starting 11. Obviously, if he does accept, there is a high possibility that he might not accept. As far as the league goes, after that loss against Arsenal, they still sit in the relegation zone, only 1 point ahead of us now. We have Wolves who are 3 points ahead of us. I am going to quick sim this game just to try and boost and try and get McGovern in quickly. It is a 2-1 loss. I shouldn't be simming these games, especially tight games. I should really be simming 15 or 9th and above positions, because now we're in the relegation zone. Arsenal are out of the relegation zone. We are in the relegation zone. They actually climbed to 14th. That's insane. I told you they'll start climbing. But as it stands, we are getting relegated. Oh boy, here it goes. Did I just see? I think I just seen Tottenham in the FA Cup. If so, I'm quick simming that game in a heartbeat. Was that Tottenham? It was Tottenham in the FA Cup. That's insane. Liam McGovern, actually, who is that? That's Cardoso going out on loan to Toronto for the rest of the season. We'll see whether he can grow. Obviously, one of the players we just promoted into the team. And there is Liam McGovern coming to the squad for the next 6 months of the season. Tottenham in the FA Cup. I don't have high hopes for this, so I'm honestly just going to go ahead and quick sim. And if we win, great. But if we lose, even better, because I can focus on the league a lot more. We do go ahead and put up a 3-1 win, though. We absolutely dominate Tottenham in the FA Cup. Young, Moyano, and Laird all on the score sheet. Our FA Cup journey continues. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy about that, I guess. We did beat Crystal Palace 2-1 as well. I just didn't show it because, honestly, I thought I was going to lose, so there's no point in showing me it. But we did go ahead and win that. Hernandez loaned out to Leeds United. I'm tempted by this, but I'm also not, because he's been doing great. What is his stats, though? He's been, like, he came into the team and he instantly, I mean, he was already starting over Jacobs. And he's obviously kind of worse overall than Jacobs. Where is Hernandez? 11 games, 4 goal contributions. Jacobs had 10. I'll let him go on loan. If it actually happens, I'll let him go on loan to Leeds United for the rest of the season, I guess. Why not? Obviously has to go through still, though. As far as the league, we have Chelsea up next. We are 15th in the league, though. That win against Crystal Palace was massive, which now we are 2 points clear off of the safety mark against Nottingham Forest. We're above Arsenal again. Still fighting relegation teams, though. And honestly, this Chelsea game, I'm not going to play it. We'll probably end up losing it as well. Maybe not, though, because McGovern, I mean, we have a decent attack. It's a 2-1 win. Hernandez and Weber score. Hernandez scores on his way out, possibly. And Hernandez has been loaned out to Leeds United. He is gone for the rest of this season. We'll continue to see him grow. Jacobs back into the starting 11, though, as he goes really the only option. Really the only American we bought in from a right wing back to center defensive mid, even though his potential isn't that great. He goes up to +1 overall. So he just doesn't have a future. I don't think he does at all. He really doesn't. I mean, we'll try because he's an American, but he doesn't have a future at the club realistically. When I say OG, if you've been watching this series throughout the entire thing, y'all remember Sam Bryant. I bought him into the Youth Academy, bought him through to the Youth Academy. I sold him to Fleetwood for $890K, and he is possibly on his way. Actually, he's not going to go to Aston Villa, but he is now worth $50 million. He is somebody who I mean, he's decent now. Look at him. 96, 94, 86 agility, 88 jumping, 87 finishing. I'm nearly tempted to bring him in. I don't think he'll actually end up going to Aston Villa, and if he doesn't, I will look to bring him in next season for sure, and he can possibly be our new Simon Hoffman, and he can even be possibly replacing Weber as well, and definitely replacing Pinto for sure. So he does stay at Fleetwood Town for another half of the season. It's looking like I might be bringing him next season. Now, I don't think I actually played that much, but it is going to be a very short episode. I want to get this one done, and I kind of don't have enough time. I have to record one more. So when we come back, February and March will be included because February only has 2 games. I will see y'all for the next episode. Leave a like, subscribe, and peace out.